Hello and welcome to another video. So in the previous one we looked at trigonometric identities and we sort of introduced a couple. One being that tan theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta. That was the first one, and we also introduced that sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. And we sort of were able to get some derivations from that. So today we're going to have a look at a few examples where we have to prove some identities. So let's have a look at a few examples. So let's suppose I say you have to prove tan theta times cosine theta is equal to sine theta. So we can start from the left hand side, which is tan theta times cosine theta, and we know this tan is sine over cos, so I can go ahead and write sine theta over cosine theta times cosine theta. We then have sine theta times cosine theta over cosine theta. Now these two can cancel out, so we're left with sine theta, and that is what we had to prove. So that's a very simple example. Let's have a look at another example. Let's suppose I've got prove cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta is equal to 1 take 2 sine squared theta. So I'm going to start with the left hand side again. Left hand side is cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. And we know that from our previous example, cosine squared theta is equal to 1 minus sine squared theta. So I'm going to substitute that in. So opening these brackets, we know that minus sine squared theta minus another sine squared theta, that's 2 sine squared thetas. That is just simple algebra of collecting the like terms, and that is basically what we had to prove. So these are two very simple examples. Trigonometric identities can actually get a lot more complicated than that. So we'll have a look at a few more complex examples in the next video, and I'll see you then.